Hello, guys. So, welcome to the first episode of Soulful Sundays. This is a new segment in my channel, and it's basically where I just speak my heart and mind out. And my whole channel, in fact, is about me expressing myself. So, this particular segment, Soulful Sundays, is supposed to be somewhere where I can speak what the things that matter to me as a person, the things that really fire me up to on a deeper level. So for my first episode, I'm picking up this topic on UFOs, and even though they may seem, or they were rebuked at least a couple of years or 3 years before, slowly and gradually, recently, in fact, a year back, Pentagon has established this for a fact, that some of the video files that some particular person managed to leak on the Times, on the New York Times, he has gotten it from their archives, and this is a fact. So they are in fact researching, they're trying to figure out what it is. They call it UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon, and it's been given to the Navy department, a separate department in the Navy, where they are basically researching this. So if you ask me, this is a huge revelation. In fact, I think one of the biggest moments in the history of mankind, in the recorded history of mankind. So we now know for sure that there is something that we don't have an explanation to, that is right in our aerial space. And there could be many reasons for it. Of course, there could be something related to maybe creatures. There could be some other phenomena we do not know, but largely it is being believed it's aliens who are in these crafts, because they tend to outmaneuver the other pilots who try to chase them off, and they do it in a way which is it defies every physical law that we know of, basically moving the plane on a 180-degree platform and then going forward. And there are many, of course, there can be two ways of looking at it. One is scientific, what we know and what we don't know, and one could be a little unscientific speculation. Of course, I don't mean nonsense by that, coming up with all kinds of theories that may not make sense, but joining the dots and trying to figure out for yourself what it could all mean. There are many things we don't know yet, and it's only subject to speculation, what we can arrive at on a more logical level. So this is such a huge topic. I can go on, but I'll be breaking this down into at least 2 to 3 episodes, minimum 2 episodes. And this topic, UFOs, and maybe of course I might speak on it eventually even more, depending on what all comes out. If you don't know already, June 25th or anytime mid-June is the time where they're going to declassify every information that they have on UFOs in front of the Senate. So we will have either a very big revelation, or something as simple as just the fact that they know that there is something flying, what they have already said. Maybe they'll release a few more videos and they'll just say that we know that there's something out there, but we are not able to identify what exactly it is. So I am excited on this, but I am also looking at this declassification as from a very skeptic point of view. I'm not sure how big this will be, but it's worth it. And the video that I have, the clipping that I have in front of you now, what we will be seeing ahead is basically all the American presidents, their stance on aliens and UFOs over the years. What we have seen, some presidents like Obama shifted from not speaking at all to confirming that there's something, and some others like Trump, as well as Trump, he was a bit of a non-believer, and then he says I have very interesting information, in his typical way. And then there is Ronald Reagan as well. That is, he's always on one particular platform. You'll be watching it later in the clipping today. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Enjoy it, watch it, and let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are on it. your philosophies on this topic. What do you think it all amounts to? Is it, complete waste of time, some dramatical effect being given, or is there something that's on a very deep level that could change our understanding of our origin itself? So watch ahead and enjoy the video.
When you stop to think that we're all God's children, wherever we may live in the world, I couldn't help but say to him, just think how easy his task and mine might be in these meetings that we held if suddenly there was a threat to this world from some other species, from another planet, outside in the universe. We'd forget all the little local differences that we have between our countries, and we would find out once and for all that we really are all human beings here on this earth together. In our obsession with antagonisms of the moment, we often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us? What could be more alien to the universal aspirations of our peoples than war and the threat of war? But I've often wondered, what if all of us in the world discovered that we were threatened by a power from outer space, from another planet? Wouldn't we all of a sudden find that we didn't have any differences between us at all? We were all human beings, citizens of the world, and wouldn't we come together to fight that particular threat?
First, I want to ask you, this is a question that I think is very important to me and very important to the country. When you were in office, and I don't know when this happened or if it happened, did you go through the secret files, the UFO documents? Because if I was president, that'd be the first thing I did.
You know, it's funny. My daughters asked the very same question.
They did?
Yeah.
Would you be allowed to tell your daughters what was in those files?
No.
You would not?
No.
Now that you're out of office, you can do anything you want, right?
True, yeah. But I'm not telling you.
You're not telling You're not telling me what? Are you not telling me that you looked at them?
I'm not telling you nothing.
Are there really great secrets that you know that you can't share with people?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are. And you never write about them?
No.
Maybe at a time in your life that you're like, oh, I'm 90, I'm going to do it.
No.
No, nothing. What if you were to get like a little like loopy, you know? You get old and...
Start drinking again?
Start drinking again. Guillermo, get some tequila. Yeah. You want tequila? Last time you were here, we did talk about something that I'm very interested in. And as I've said a number of occasions, the first thing I would do if I was president is go right to the UFO files and find out what's going on. You did not shed any light on that situation. But now there's a video. I wonder if you've seen this video that has been verified by the Pentagon. And it seems to be, this video is either a Dorito or a UFO or possibly a slice of pizza. Nobody knows for sure, but it is an unidentified flying object or something like that. Now, now that this has been verified by the Pentagon, would you be surprised if we were visited by creatures from another planet?
Yeah.
You would be surprised.
Wouldn't you be?
Well, yeah.
Hell yeah.
But I haven't seen anything, and I think it's interesting that you said you'd be surprised, because if you've seen evidence, so you're saying there is no evidence. President Clinton told me that if he had seen evidence, he would tell everyone that he'd seen it. Do you feel the same way?
No.
No, you wouldn't. You don't think we can handle it?
No, I'm afraid it might spin you into orbit.
Okay, all right. All right. It'd still be hot from touching the Bible, and I would immediately race to wherever they have the files about Area 51 and the UFOs, and I'd go through everything to find out what happened. Right. Did you do that?
That's why you will not be president. Because that's the first thing that you would do. The aliens won't let it happen. You reveal all their secrets. They exercise strict control over us.
Now, you know, there are a lot of people that are going to examine your facial expressions here, every twitch, everything, and say, and of course, so did you look? Did you see? Did you explore?
I can't reveal anything.
Oh, really? Because President Clinton said he did go right in, and he did check, and there was nothing.
Well, you know, that's what we're instructed to say.
Any UFOs? Did you ask about that?
Certainly asked about it.
And?
Can't tell you. Sorry.
Okay. All right, I'll take that as a yes. Because if there were none, you'd say there was none, right? You just played your hand. I thought you were a poker player. You just 100% showed your river card.
Feel free to think that.
When it comes to aliens, there's some things I just can't tell you on air. The truth is that when I came into office, I asked, right? I was like, all right, you know, is there the lab somewhere where we're keeping the alien specimens in spaceship? You know, they did a little bit of research, and the answer was no.
But that doesn't mean we're alone in the universe.
There's footage and records of objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are.
And before we go, one of the things you have as president is the access to all the information in the world, all the mysteries out there. And I was just struck in the last couple of weeks, we're reading more and more reports of Navy pilots seeing lots and lots of UFOs. Have you been briefed on that? What do you make of it?
I have. I think it's probably, I want them to think whatever they think. They do say, I mean, I've seen and I've read and I've heard, and I did have one very brief meeting on it, but people are saying they're seeing UFOs. Do I believe it? Not particularly.
Do you think you'd know if there were evidence of extraterrestrials?
Well, I think our great pilots would know. And some of them really see things that are a little bit different than in the past. So we're going to see. But we'll watch it. You'll be the first to know.
You gave an interview the other day in which you said you've been briefed on unidentified flying objects. Are they real?
Well, I don't want to really get into it too much, but personally, I tend to doubt it. I mean, you have people that swear by it, right? And pilots have come in and they said, and these are pilots that are not pilots that are into that particular world, but we have had people saying that they've seen things. I'm not a believer, but, you know, I guess anything's possible.
We spoke to a government official recently who said the U.S. government had wreckage from a UFO in a facility on an Air Force base. Are you familiar with that?
I haven't heard that, no. I haven't heard that. It has not been within government, has not been a big thing, but I've seen it. I've seen it on your show, but I've seen it. I don't assume it's correct, but, you know, I have an open mind, Tucker.
Before you leave office, will you let us know if there's aliens? Because this is the only thing I really want to know. I want to know what's going on. Would you ever open up Roswell and let us know what's really going on there?
So many people ask me that question.
I know, it sounds almost ridiculous, but it's actually the real question I want to know.
It sounds like a cute question, but it's actually, there are millions and millions of people that want to go there, that want to see it. I won't talk to you about what I know about it, but it's very interesting. But Roswell's a very interesting place with a lot of people that would like to know what's going on.
So you're saying you may declassify?
Oh.
You'll take it?
Well, I'll have to think about that one, right?
Well,
President Obama says that there is footage and records of objects in the skies, these unidentified aerial phenomenon, and he says we don't know exactly what they are. What do you think that it is?
I would ask him again. Thank you.